Fun Size here. We're going to fun size fundamentals. And today's video is going to be kind of like another clowns with curve, but instead of me being sad that I was curved, I am happy. Like, more than happy, I feel like I was a clown because I was in the situation in the first place. So kick back. It's a long one for you. Kick back, get some popcorn, and get some snacks because, girl, the tea is real, okay? Like, so I call this the Scandal Chronicles, pretty much maybe a series within a series, where I talk about situations that I were in, but I definitely was a clown. I was a clown for staying in the situation, entertaining the situation, knowing people out in the world that like are going through maybe heartbreak, going through bad situations, going through bad times that could relate to my situation, or this could be a warning for someone who may see the warning and red flag signs of a relationship and they listen to this and be like, walk away immediately, please, before it gets bad, because it can get bad. It can get really bad. Scandal Chronicles, Article 1, Episode 1, Clown of Curve, called Pissy Cup. At home, I'm chilling, I'm vibing. I don't know what I was doing, just at home, maybe even door dashing, or just being at work, chilling, you know. I get a call from this mean cat. I mean, mean, he cool, he bad, he's a boss. Mean, bipolar bully, maybe. But nobody else sees it but me, I guess. He's loved and adored by everybody. Very popular, very socialite, almost very local celebrity. At a hometown type of status, he's definitely everybody probably knows of him. And I knew the background of our relationship. It was already kind of rocky, kind of toxic, a back and forth drama, just emotional manipulation, mental manipulation, physical manipulation, definitely just a lot of toxicity. So many scenarios, situations that had happened prior to this moment was a red flag for me to be I should have stayed away, but I didn't. And it's annoying that I didn't. To me personally, I'm annoyed at myself that I didn't leave and walk away. And when I walked away, stay away. And when I stayed away, blocked or got a restraining order or something, I'm annoyed at myself that I didn't do more, because I am smarter than this. A lot of actions that I've done and went through did not make sense for me to go through them. He calls me up and he's like, hey, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm just chilling. And he's like, well, come over here, come hang out. I'm like, all right. So I drive over to where he's located. And I pick him up. I feel it the moment he gets in the car. I'm like, oh no. So let's just stay calm, stay cool, so I'm collected, good vibes. So we're in the car, we're driving. And he's like, what was you doing? I was like, I was at work, I was chilling, I was vibing, you know. And he's like, all right, we can just go do that then. So I'm like, okay. So I like to drive and work in my local area just because I'm more familiar with everything. It's easier for me to maneuver and get to place to place. Especially if I had another person in the car, it's harder for me to focus on the road and drive and have a conversation sometimes if I'm not familiar with the area. That may cause me mental stress sometimes, you know, the driving rules of the area, because everybody drives different. People in Detroit drive different than people in New Baltimore, Michigan, New Baltimore. People in Warren drive different than people in Pontiac. You know what I mean? It's different. It's the same thing, but it's different. So if I'm in a different area, I need to be more focused until I really learn the area to know what I'm doing. I start driving towards my area. He's like getting like irritated, anxious already. And I'm like, why did you even get in the car? Why did you even message me? Why are we even here? He's getting anxious. She's like, why didn't you start now? Why didn't you just like do everything in there? So we get off the exit, driving down the main road. So I want to get my phone and I press start. And girl, like, boy, whoever watching, like, the 180 this man did. The 180 this man did when I pressed start to clock in to like start working. It was like, what the heck even happened? Okay, it was like, so I clock in and he just like, boom, right in my face. And I'm like, yo, whoa. And like I just like swerve a little bit. I gotta catch like the car and I'm like, heart's racing, it's beating. What is going on? Like, you literally said you wanted to hang out. You said for me to press like to start working right here, even though I'm not comfortable, and you just mad, like you just like busted the heck out of my face. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? Especially while I'm driving, like I could swerve and get into an accident. Like, what the heck is going on? Okay, all right. And he's just screaming, and I have no idea what he's going. Like, what? I can't even mentally function or process what he's even yelling about because I'm just like in shock that we could have gotten in a car accident right then and there. And he's like, take me back home, blah 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 blah, like take me back home. Like, I don't want to do this. You just like like it's not making any sense. I swear it's not making any logical sense of what he's talking about. It felt like a faked, forged argument. And anytime I tried to say anything, he was ready to just like bash me right in my mouth. So I'm like, all right, I feel like this is gonna get worse. Like the closer we get to his house, the more like it's sinking into my chest, and the more nervous I feel. I don't know if people ever felt this before. Have people like ever felt death, like dead, like felt death, like standing near you or on you, or like you feel like something terrible is about to happen? Like, I felt death breathing on me. Like the thought is weighing on me. Like, if we get back to his house, he may kill me. Like, I may die. Like, I feel that flooding. I mean, like death is sitting on me. I'm about to die, and today is the day of all days. Like, I'm annoyed because I wasn't like, I didn't do all my plans of life. I'm annoyed at myself that I even let him in the car. So I'm like, the closer we get to this house, he's screaming at me, he's wailing at me, still kind of punching on me here and there. And I'm just like kind of flinching, trying to stay chill, like just praying, like, all right, God, I messed up. I shouldn't have let him in the car. We already had really bad situations before this day, and I had to do the same prayer, and like I got free. I don't know what made me do this again this day. It was bad. It was really bad. So we pulled up to the curb, and the moment I turn the car off, he snatches the keys out of the ignition, and it's the only set of keys that I had. I had two when I first had the car, and he stole the one set of keys, and I had not seen them since. But I don't have a backup set, so like I'm kind of stuck. So like, and I'm just frantic. Like, I'm like, give me back my keys, and we're like fighting, kind of like physically tossing, because I'm like trying to get the keys out of his hand, and he's like mushing me, punching me, like pushing me out the way. Like, I'm sitting there in shock. I don't know what to do. He has my keys. I can't go nowhere, right? And he already was beating me up and like cussing me out and letting me know I'm pretty much stranded. And then he randomly like just goes into the house, takes the keys with him. He's like, come in the house. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stay out here. All right. And he goes in the house, comes out with some food. You want some food? Nah, I'm good. But every time he came out the house, like I said earlier, like I already felt death. He had this like calm energy. It's calm for show, but as soon as that door closed, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, it's a calm anger, and that's one of the most dangerous. I'd rather somebody yell and scream than be calm and angry, because that's like controlled anger that can be put into very bad situations. I think that's kind of like how I feel like a lot of serial killers have a lot of like controlled, calm, dangerous energy. And that's what I got from him. So every time he came out the house, and was like pestering me to come into the house. And like it weighed more and more and more. And I'm like, I'm not gonna leave. Like, I'm not gonna come out the house. I go into that house, I'm not coming out. That's how I genuinely felt. And I really felt scared and like I can feel it. He's like, come inside, come watch a movie with me. Let's watch a movie. Let's sit, let's cuddle. And I've already been in like situations literally before this. And I was like, oh, okay. And I like walk into the house, like all just gets like we just didn't fight and argue right before, and he busted me up. For as soon as we come to the house, and as soon as we close the door, he's like going to the bedroom, and it's like, you feel me? Like it's the same thing all over again, but worse. The moment I even got into the house, like I thought I was gonna watch a movie. Like, what's going on here? Like, you know, like, we're gonna watch a movie after I get beat up, get choked out a little bit, and then we watch a movie. They're gonna talk crap about me and then force me to leave so you can call somebody else over to have a booty call or whatever. So like, I've already been in this situation like plenty of times before. Why was I again in the car with this man? I don't freaking know. It's really irritating to even me personally. He's like, come watch a movie with me, come watch a movie with me, blah, blah, blah. And again, I feel death on me, telling me, do not go into the house. Do not go into the house. I literally like someone like vibe in me screaming, do not go into that house. So I'm like, nope. I'm gonna stay out here. I'm gonna stay in the car. He has the keys to the car, so it's like I can't go anywhere. I'm trapped in this car. But I'm like, I feel safer in this car than I do being with you. So like, no, I'm gonna stay out here. He's like, all right. So he leaves to go to the store or go like wherever. So pretty much leaves, takes off out of the complex, out of the area to go wherever with my keys. I have to use the bathroom. like, I'm about to pee on myself. Have to use the bathroom. Yeah, I'm not about to go in the house because again, my inner instinct is screaming, "Do not go into the house. He might kill you." And he's already choked me out to near death before, so I'm like, it could happen again. And this time he won't let go. So I can't go into the house. I can't go to the neighbors or like ask anybody else because he's gonna beat me up for even talking to anybody or even looking at anyone. Literally. And I can't just go walk to the store and go ask for the bathroom because I was like fearful of him running off with the car, and I'm now stranded here for real. So, alright, survival mode. I'm not about to pee on myself. That's gonna be gross. What do? I found a cup. I cover it up. You would have been in a situation. You would have. Okay. But if you were literally in the car, in the situation, if you are in the situation now, then what would you have done? I would think go into the cups. I'm not gonna pee on myself in my car. That's gross. So there wasn't a trash can. I just tossed it outside. So that was gross. That was something I would never want to do, but I had to do. And I feel disgusted with myself that I was even in the situation to have done that. So I'm like, all right, what am I gonna do now? I'm kind of stuck here. I'm kind of trapped. He has the keys in my car. I can't really go nowhere. I don't want him running off with the car. But I eventually gotta get home, and I'm gonna stay here and wait for him to kill me randomly in the middle of the night. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm like, all right. I have this bag, like this DoorDash bag that he like ripped up because he didn't want me wearing my DoorDash bag to pick up the orders. Like everything out the glove compartment. Took out any money and like useful things I had out of the like side console. Pick up like my stuff in the back seat. Like take all that stuff out, go into the trunk, see if there's anything useful in the trunk I had. Pack everything up. I'm like, you know what? There's a city bus like a couple streets down. I'm gonna just catch the bus home, cut off the insurance, cut off the car notes, and like they catch him with the car, and ain't nothing I can do about it. I'm not about to sit here all day. So I'm like, all right. So I pack up my bag. I start walking towards like the nearest bus stop, kind of. And next thing I know, this man comes out of nowhere. Like, he pops up out of nowhere. Hey, where you going? Like, what you doing? Da, da, da. Like, causing a whole nother theatrical scene. But acting like as if whatever just happened did not happen. Like, he was a whole different character of a person. And I'm just like, I'm so exhausted with your 101 characters. Like, I'm so exhausted with this. So I'm like, all right, like, I'm going home. And he's following me. He's kind of like pushing and persuading me and like trying to cause a public scene. Everybody's like kind of outside looking, you know, watching, ready for the scene to go. And trying to push me to like go back to the house, and like it's like you're gonna chill, hang out, let's go back to the house, like da da, like you're crazy, da da. And I'm like, I don't care about none of this. Just hand me my car keys so I can go home. Like doing everything and just get me back into the house. And I'm just like, I don't even know why. Again, I'm so smart, but I swear it be like my brain shuts off and I do a lot of dumb stuff. I really don't know why. So I don't know why, but I walked back towards his house with him. Now we're really starting to like almost physically like tussle. Like hand me my car keys. I'm like checking his pockets. I'm like, yo, stop playing with me. Like I just want to go home now. I don't want to do none of this. Like give me my freaking car keys. Like I just want to go home now. Like I'm getting more frustrated to the point like I'm about to just fight with him if I have to go these rounds. Just give me my car keys, please. Just give me my car keys. And he's not listening. He's not doing nothing. He's just going around in circles, laughing. He has me stranded. He's laughing like he has power over me. I have to call my emergency backup plan. And I only do this when it's like I feel absolutely an emergency because there's nothing else I can think to do. I literally will try everything I can before I have to reach this option. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm a big kid. I don't want to do this. So I'm like, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. So I'm like, I have to call my dad. like forget calling the cops. I have to call my dad. Like I don't know what to do. I need to get out of the situation, and I don't know. That's usually my last option because I don't want to overuse that one. Call him. I'm like, hey, I'm stuck. Like this man's not giving me my car keys back. He got me stranded over here. We've been fighting. I don't know what to do. Like you might have to come pick me up. He's not giving me my car keys back, and I can't do it. Like we fighting. I can't do it no more. Like I can't. Like get me out of this. And this idiot is like harping. While my dad's on the phone about blah 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 or like cussing and he's like, you ain't gonna do nothing, man. F that man and da da da. You can F him. My dad's on speaker now. Now they're both tassling back at each other, blah blah blah. And he's like, man, you don't give me my daughter's keys back. I'll go over there and like da 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 da. Boy's like, all right, I'm gonna give her her keys. All right. I'm not playing. All right. So he like gives me the keys. Finally, thank God. Like. And now he has the door open, the driver door open, but he's blocking me from getting into the car now. And I'm like, here we go. Please just let me leave now. Like, we are done with this relationship. It's over. Please just let me leave. And then these two big booty women, some big booty hoes over there, like a dog on a leash gets like distracted. I always hated it, but you know what? This is perfect. Like, move. Like, go be with them. Thank God. Like, thank God. So it's like staring at them, but like still blocking me from entering in my car. And he's like trying to kiss on my face. Finally, he moves out the way, and I finally just get in the car, zoom off, go home. Needless to say, I made fun of her for that because we worked at the same job, so that was not a good idea. I knew that I was getting beat up, and it was a very toxic relationship, and I knew that. I don't think they cared. That was not the last toxic situation we ever had. That's just my clown's a curse because I was a clown for staying in that type of situation. But hey, I hope someone can learn that when you see the red flags of someone, acknowledge those flags, acknowledge the pattern for which is being laid down and presented, and do not go back into the situation because it's not going to get better. It's just going to get worse or stay the same. Like, do not. So, please look at the signs, look at the red flags, and know, like, it is not worth it. No relationship is worth it. Worth the trauma, worth the abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, mental abuse, spiritual abuse. Like, no relationship is worth staying in that has that, okay? That's being disrespected, being, like, manipulated, especially to somebody that you're not. Like, I became this weak, submissive person, and I'm usually not that at all. Do not go back. Like, once you get that moment of freedom out of an abusive relationship, I know it's easier said than done. I absolutely know that a lot of people would not understand that. Why don't you just leave? My situation, I had a lot of ability to leave, and I didn't. My situation, I would say, is really different. A lot of people in the world who cannot leave, who will be killed, murdered, if they try to leave. So there are a lot of people in situations that cannot leave. I pray that before that situation even gets to that amount of escalation, I pray in the very beginning, when you see those red flags, maybe the first hit, before the first hit, the first like really toxic argument, please leave immediately in the very beginning. Cut it off. Like whatever butterflies, your like cartoon vision in your head of like it can get better, blah blah blah, it's just one time, it never happened again. No. Cut it off in the very beginning. Because some people do not make it out of those relationships. And some people would have not left that house had they entered that house. Like I would advise to not do. So that's my Scandal Chronicle episode 1, the Pissy Cup. I think I might have a couple more of these stories, and hopefully it might help people in certain situations. Like, I won't say get a laugh, but like just so they think and reflect in like ourselves, things in ourselves that needs to be fixed, healed, and worked on, and then how we perceive relationships with other people. So this has been Panda, finally Fun Size here. Welcome to Fun Size Fundamentals. This is the Scandal Chronicle, episode 1. And really take care of yourself, guys. Please love yourself enough to protect yourself. Please. Stay true, stay you, and stay beautiful. Bye.